Welcome back to Weekly Rapid Chess. This is episode 17, and my current rating is 1157. So, in fact, we are closer to 1200 rating than we are from 1100 rating, which is pretty good. So 1200 is obviously our next goal. And without further ado, let's begin our game today. And we are playing as black here. Hold on. Sorry about that. I'm just gonna get the audio working. Should have tested that before. Okay, I just realized I'm playing the Caro-Kann against d4, which is not what you should really be doing, but we're just gonna roll with this. Okay, he is very quickly attacking the center pawn here, which I am not a big fan of. Just gonna get the knight in there. Okay, yeah, I anticipated it. I anticipated that. We're gonna put the knight over here. Maybe not the best place for the knight, but it should be okay. Let's push this pawn up immediately and try to trade this. And get a knight or a bishop or something in there. Ideally the knight, because then it would target the bishop. Maybe we could trade that off. Would not mind that. Okay, he defends his pawn. You know what? We'll take, when he takes with the knight, we'll just put our knight here. And he'll either take or he'll run away again. It also leaves this pawn hanging now. I forgot to mention that. Actually, now that it is hanging, I'm not sure if I should take here first or attack his knight, because then he can run away and defend his pawn again. I think I'll take here. Maybe trade off the bishop and then put the knight here. Or maybe even put the knight here immediately, because then it would defend this knight, and that would actually be pretty good. The knights defend each other. We could also get a bishop here. We could potentially go for some forks, but he just castles now. Okay. Well, I do kind of want to get rid of this knight now to think about it, and then put my own knight here. That would be pretty nice. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. This knight has to go somewhere. It can either go back here, or here, or here, or here, or here. But it's probably going to either go here, or here. Most likely here. This square, because his knight is going to be like more active in my position. Okay, no, he chooses to go back. This is pretty good because it attacks my bishop. Interesting. I don't really want to drop my bishop back right now, because then he's just going to push the pawn up, and then the bishop has to go back again. I mean, I'm probably going to drop the bishop back, but just not this way. I'll probably go the other way. I'll put my bishop here. Actually, here. Because if the bishop was here, then the same thing applies. Okay, he trades off the pawn. This position is slowly starting to feel less and less secure. He can't actually take back right now, though, because my queen is here. Although, wait a minute. If he takes, check, I could actually just take his bishop, so I don't have to worry about a discovered attack there. Oh, okay. And now he is attacking the knight. I did say I wanted to defend the knights earlier. That would be pretty solid, I think. Yeah, you know what, I'll do that. Because right now his bishop is being annoying, so if he does decide to take, I have the upper hand, because then his annoying bishop is gone, and my knight, which is also being very annoying, would still technically be there. Just a different knight on the same square. So, I mean, I don't think taking is great for him right now, but we'll see what he does. Okay, he is going to attack the knight with his rook as well. Can support it with a pawn or a bishop. I'm kind of tempted to go bishop and then castle this way. Same side castle. Not exactly keen on moving my knight right now, especially because, well, actually, if I move my bishop, my knight would actually be pinned in my king. Right now, it's not pinned because the bishop is there. But if I move my bishop, then I really can't move my knight. No, I think we'll take his bishop. He'll take back. And then I think I'm just going to castle. Maybe simpler is better. We would be losing this pawn, actually, so maybe putting the bishop here first would be good. A couple more pieces between his rook and my king. Yeah, because now this piece is attacked once, twice, but it's defended also twice, so he can't take it without losing material. We could castle soon, but I'm not 100% sure that's the wisest decision with his queen kind of pointing here. And he has gotten all of his pieces out. I'm still kind of hanging back, which isn't great. Like I said as well, this bishop is controlling this very long diagonal. It's being extremely annoying. So maybe I'll try to trade it off. Okay, he just stacked another attacker onto this pawn. So... Hold on. I really want to somehow get rid of one of his attackers, like his queen or something, but I don't see how I could do that. It's also very tempting to just go and threaten his bishop right now, so that when he takes, I just take back, but then he'll still get my pawn. I mean, then I could just put a rook there. You know what, let's just do it. I think we're losing a pawn here, but it's fine because we were up a pawn anyway. Also, if the queen comes over here, I just realized, if this queen ever moves... Okay, he moves the bishop back. So that's not going to work anymore. Okay, gotta think up something right here. I'm also really tempted to just attack the queen. Just force him to move. Actually, this move would be good because it actually adds the knight as a defender to the pawn. And unless he pushes this pawn anytime soon, nothing can actually stop the knight from guarding that pawn. We could actually... no, we can't because of this knight. You know what, let's just do that for now. Force him to think. Get some time for ourselves. Maybe we could put the bishop here later and then push the pawn up. Oh dear, okay. Yeah, I did not see this. Check, and now he's going to take my knight. That's unfortunate. Can't even block my bishop because it's pinned. Yikes. That's a tough loss. That is a tough loss. Is there any way for me to make it up right now? He's just gonna take the knight, and I can't even castle after. That sucks. You know what? We'll do this, and then we'll castle. It's my fault because I should have castled earlier, and that's how he was able to check me. Oh well. His queen has to run somewhere. Can't go here, because the bishop and the queen are there. Well, actually, it could go here because the knight defends it. And I really shouldn't be trading queens, and actually that would force a trade of queens if I'm not wrong. That's not great. Hopefully he doesn't see that as well. But he is now up a knight. If I'm not wrong, he can still take this pawn, or no? No, not right now, because the queen actually isn't attacking it. Okay, he moves his queen here. I'm not sure what he's attacking with this battery, though. This is not great, because all of his pieces are defended right now. I don't have any really fun targets to go after. Not even sure I want to push this pawn here to attack his queen, because I want a castle there or something. You know what, let's just castle here. Maybe this is the wrong time to castle now that his pieces are all developed. But, let's see. Okay, he's moving his queen a lot. If I'm not wrong, I think this might win material because it skewers his queen and rook. I mean, he's attacking the pawn, but I would get the rook, surely, right? Hold on a second. If he takes with this queen... Wait, no, then he would just... Wait, actually, he would win a pawn out of that, because then after the rook takes, I don't have anything to take back. Okay, so he does have a way out of this skewer, but let's see if he panics or something. Okay, no, he does find it. That's very good on him. Do I really have a choice than to take his queen? Because I really don't want to do that. Don't have many places to go. Oh, this is not good. This is becoming a very unfortunate game. Getting low on time too. Yeah, and he takes back with the rook immediately. Okay. This is just not good. This bishop is hanging now. We gotta move it. The rook there. I really thought I could have won material there, but he had a way out. That is so annoying. Okay, his knight is here. He's definitely gonna try to take this. This pawn is hanging. I'll take it. I have to be ready to move my bishop, this bishop somewhere. Or this one, depending on which ones he's attacking. Okay, he is attacking this pawn, I believe. But he does hang his rook. I'm actually up material now, so small turn of events in our favor. You know, with that rook gone, this is actually looking a lot better now. If we can just get our bishop back to safety, and then trade off some rooks, we should be okay. Just have to watch time. We're already down to 3 minutes on the clock. Okay, he is attacking our bishop and also attacking this pawn. You know, I'll defend the pawn and threaten to trade off his knight as well. Okay, he moves his other knight. Gotta be careful though. Knights are really tricky. Last thing I want to do is get forked. You know, hold on. I think I can either get one or both of the knights right now, because then if he takes here, I just take his knight and he can take back, so I'll actually get the trade. I'll get to trade, that's pretty good. He could take here, but then I'll just take back since he's not going to take my rook or anything. Okay. Which knight do I want to take? I'll give it the light squared bishop. And now all we need to do is trade off the dark squared bishop somehow. Somehow get this bishop onto some diagonal somewhere. No, obviously not right now because it would just get immediately taken. Somehow get rid of this, and maybe even this. Could push this pawn up. Getting pretty low on time. Somehow gotta move this bishop back to safety. That's gonna be tricky. I could just put it here, and even if he takes it, then it's a trade for me. Yeah, you know, let's just do that. And maybe very slowly we can reroute it. Oh, no, he's going to trade it immediately. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, no. Ooh. Okay. He wins one of the rooks. Yikes, I did not see that one. That was a good spot by my opponent. Okay. The material is back to even, and I'm low on time, so I have to play a little bit faster here. But I think it was an earlier episode where I got a pretty fun bullet win, where we kind of each had a minute on the clock. We wanted a time scramble, and I wanted a time scramble. Okay, so let's see if we can lock in here. Okay. His rook has to move somewhere. Okay, there. I don't want to push that. Let's see if we can just move back and forth. Oh, his king's coming in. Not good. He's bringing his king in. This is not amazing. Okay, he can take that pawn now, but maybe. He's one square away from promotion. I don't think I can win this. I think I may have messed up this endgame. We don't want to trade for the rook, because we need to stop his pawn from becoming a queen. Okay, now we do this. He's gonna... Can't promote just yet. I'm gonna keep checking him. Okay, and this is it. He promotes. Yeah, I think this is over. Yeah, that was not a good move by me, because now he can promote, and he'll checkmate me like that. Dang it. And I think I could have gotten out with at least a draw or something. This is going to be a very unfortunate loss. He may be having a little bit of trouble here. Or not anymore. Yeah, and that's just ladder mate. Man, there's no way he doesn't do it in 20 seconds. That's a depressing loss, guys. This really sucks, honestly. Yeah, that's a need for a review. Wow, this guy was quite high rated. He must have been wow, 11. He was 1169 when I was playing him. Wow, that's pretty high rated. I lost a lot for somebody who's higher rated than me. I must have played really badly then. I believe chess.com gives you less points if you play badly, or takes away more points if you play badly. So we're gonna have to take a look at this one. I'm expecting pretty low accuracy. Wow, 79.8. Wow, he played 86.4 accuracy. That's really high, guys. That's really high. He played like an 1850. Wow, this guy played great. I didn't even play that bad. Oh, 3 blunders. No, I did play bad. Okay. But yeah, pretty long game. This one is definitely worth taking a look at, guys. We're gonna take a good hard look at this. Gotta learn from our mistakes here. So I'm gonna pause the video here and I'll be back. Okay, guys, so now it is time to review the game that I just played. Here, I was playing as black, and my opponent started the game with d4. Now, I wasn't really paying too much attention. I played c6, but this is okay. This is apparently a real opening. And really quickly, he's getting his knight into the game, which becomes quite a scourge later on. Either way, I continue strengthening my pawn structure. And this is apparently a real opening. The queen's gambit declined. I've apparently played it 73 times with a 46% win rate, which is quite interesting. Because I don't remember playing this that much. Either way, apparently the correct move here is to actually take, but I play knight f6 here. And again, not the most accurate play for me. I go knight d7. Sorry, knight f d7, because both knights could technically go to d7 here, so you have to clarify that. I should have offered a trade, but I didn't. But he makes a mistake here. He goes bishop, and this allows me to move up my pawn and try to break open the center. This is what you usually want to do in kind of a Caro-Kann position. Get rid of the center pawn so that you can take the center space for yourself. But he moves his knight in to defend. However, I just take, and I take the hanging pawn here, which is actually an inaccuracy. I'm supposed to take this pawn over here first. He castles. He is supposed to take my pawn. But then I go threaten his knight, which has to move. It moves over here, and in fact, this threatens my bishop now. But I don't make the most accurate move here, and he takes back. This is the best move. I take back with my pawn. Apparently over here I should have gone for his bishop immediately. And now he attacks my knight. Over here I decide to defend my knight, but again, I'm supposed to take the bishop, and I was actually thinking of taking the bishop during the game, but I decided not to. Anyway, now he brings his rook into the game, and this is really scary. The rook is pointing directly at my king. But I take the bishop here, and then put my bishop in between his rook and my king and my own bishop. So my king has a little bit more protection now. And as you can see, I actually have a slight advantage. But then he puts his rook here, and I make a blunder. Now, the correct move for him is to go queen here, because then I waste time moving around my bishop, and he's going to get the pawn. So he has a small advantage here. Well, actually not that small, 2.7. That's pretty good. But he doesn't see this move. He instead drops his own bishop back. But luckily for him, I blunder again, and this was kind of the first time I was really losing in this game because of this attack here. His queen jumps in, checks me, and he's forking pretty much everything I have in this knight, this pawn, and I have to do something with the king. I block with the queen. Apparently, I should actually move the knight back. I did not see this move at all. I did not realize that this was a move here, but then the queen would come in and get the pawn. But yeah, that's not great, because now he takes my knight. I go and attack the queen. This is the best move in this position, but it is already a little bit hopeless with the 4.6 advantage. Down a knight, not the position you want to be having. In this position, I castle. I thought this was going to be kind of scary because his queen is going to come in and kill me, but apparently this is the best move. He moves his queen back. Again, this is the best move. I'm actually not 100% sure why, but dropping the queen back and basically targeting the pawn, he's looking to win even more material. Over here, I thought this was going to be a skewer, but actually it's just an empty threat because he can take this pawn here. And after some trades, he is now up 3 points of material. He's up a full knight. No longer do I have that pawn there. He moves the knight. He's attacking my bishop. I go and take this free pawn. And over here, he blunders and gives all the advantage to me because his rook is just completely hanging. I do spot it and I take it. But really quickly, I'm gonna blunder it back. So let's not get too ahead of ourselves. I think I may have gotten a little bit too cocky here, because after a few moves, he takes this pawn here, and after some trades, things are looking okay for me. I put my rook here. I'm just being very careful not to lose anything to this dark squared bishop. But I blunder something, and it involves the dark squared bishop, of course, because after he takes this bishop, which looked just like a normal trade to me, he can put his bishop here, and it forks my rooks, and and now the material is even after this move. So we are in an endgame, and I usually like endgames, especially when we're low on time. I usually like endgames, but I misplayed this one here because I forgot something very simple. And you'll see, he immediately goes in and attacks his pawn, and of course I need to keep it. I'm gaining some space for my king, and I'm slowly moving the king around, which is what you should be doing. You should be getting your king into the game, but here's the thing. I forgot that my opponent could get the king into the game too. And really quickly, you can see that he starts doing that. He starts moving the king, and over here, this is the big mistake, because now the king is impossible to stop. He gets the pawn, and he's going to promote. We're just going to skip through all of this really quickly. Yeah, because he does this, and he can promote, and then after the rook is gone, he can basically just annihilate all of my pawns. And over here, this is just a mistake. I could have survived for like an extra move longer, but like as you can see, the computer already says mate in 16, and there's just nothing I can do. And we're just going to skip through the rest of this really fast. And he does just ladder maybe on the side of the board. So yeah, very, very, very sad. Yeah, you can see evaluation goes up, and then it goes down, and then it goes up, and then it's all over. So I really could have played that better. I feel, especially that last one after he blundered, and I lost one of my rooks there. Like, that's just me not planning. That's just really sad. I mean, this, like, how did I not see this? Like, if I just looked a few moves into the future, I could have seen that, you know, both rooks are on the dark square. There's a dark squared bishop coming in. Yeah, this one, this was a crushing loss, very sad, and I lost a lot of rating for that too. But can't dwell on it for too long. Gotta move on, gotta learn from the mistakes. Look harder, look better. Play harder, play better. Alright. Anyway, that is going to be the end of this episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you've watched until the end, if you've watched until the end, I know that this was going to be a long one with a long game. So yeah, I really do appreciate it. Do check out the playlist if you want to see more content like this. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.